Underdogs. Who are they? An underdog is defined as a person who is expected to have little or no chance of winning. Sometimes people might not give us the kind of love and respect that we deserve, which matches in accordance with our talent and skills. And this somewhere damages your morale and you make yourself feel like a loser. But what if I tell you that being an underdog can give you more power than you imagine? You see, I have been an underdog for the first 20 years of my life, and I'm sure that all of us might feel the same at some point or the other. But the stories of these three great men that I'm gonna share will help us to play the right card and turn down the tables. So here are three reasons why being an underdog can be your biggest advantage from the lives of three great men. The number one advantage of being an underdog is that your expectations are yours. By almost any measure, 2020 has been a very different kind of a year. A pandemic, a recession, and social protest in multiple cities, and that's exactly when the American presidential elections popped up. The Republican Party's Donald Trump versus the Democratic Party's Joe Biden. In the 2016 election, Trump was an underdog, but he surprised everyone with his victory over Hillary Clinton, where the country was expecting its first female president. And he was expected to do the same this year too, and this year Joe Biden was the underdog. As of 2020, Trump was the most powerful person on the earth, ranking above people like Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, Narendra Modi, and even Pope Francis. People had much expectations from Trump, and what was the final result? Biden, who was the underdog, won the elections by defeating Trump, winning more votes than any other presidential candidate, shattering even Barack Obama's record. People had expectations with Trump, and Biden had expectations with himself, and that became his greatest weapon. We all have expectations in our life, and our happiness lies in the management of those expectations. There are two ways to be happy: either improve your reality or lower your expectations. Have hope instead of having expectations, and you would tend not to get disappointed. Expect the unexpected, believe the unbelievable, and achieve the unachievable. The second advantage of being an underdog is that it instills dog determination. It was 2008 Beijing Olympics when Usain Bolt walked into the finals of the 100 meters race in a category filled with runners like Richard Thompson and Walter Dix. It was Bolt's first ever Olympic game and he was an underdog. Jamaica had not even won even a single first medal since 1976. And what happened in the next few seconds? The Jamaican runner Usain Bolt finished at the first podium in a world record time of 9.69 seconds. His name shuddered into the world history and the whole world fell in love with him within seconds. But the secret behind Bolt's success is his dog determination. From training every day at gym for almost 90 minutes, followed by the same on tracks, to eating quality food, he has been doing this for many years and his dog determination became his greatest strength. Your quest for success and happiness begins with your right intentions. It accumulates when you reach your chosen goals. What sustains your efforts in between is your determination. What carries you forward is again your determination. And when determination and discipline go together, you become unstoppable. And now the final and the most important part of being an underdog is that you have nothing to lose. It was 25th of June 1983 when the final of the limited over cricket happened between India and West Indies. West Indies team were at the peak between the years 1979 to 1985 with players like Sir Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, Larry Gomes, Andy Roberts and many more. They had already won the first two editions of the World Cup and were expected to make it three. On the other hand, the Indian team was an underdog team led by the captain Kapil Dev, country which was back then known only as a land of snake charmers. There was hardly any player in the Indian team who could be counted as a world-class player. And guess what? The underdog Indian team defeated the mighty West Indies and raised its first ever World Cup, and 25th June 1983 will forever remain a red letter day in the history of Indian sports. Today in India, cricket is an emotion. We have produced some of the biggest names ever. But deep down somewhere, the victory of 1983 is the reason why cricket became a respected sport of our nation. When compared to the mighty West Indies of 83 World Cup, the Indian team had nothing to lose and that became their greatest strength. You have nothing to lose, you become hungry for success, and that hunger of success drives you forward until the time you have achieved it. And the people who have nothing to lose emerge as winners because they don't stand to gain anything from losing, and for them it is either do or die. A lot of people give up on their dreams because they are given the underdog status. They are so much concerned about what people around them would say. But if you are able to make use of the opportunities that life throws at you every single day, the opinions of all these people would change. Just remember that people's opinions are never to be taken as your reality. The stories of the three men I've shared in the video is pretty much different, but the two qualities all of them have in common is self-belief and self-awareness. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and use your strengths to defeat your underdog status with the power of self-belief. And when you and me use the underdog status in the right direction is the time that we all come out as champions in the game of life.